Welcome to Wreaths Across America, Norton. My name is Jim Riley.
My name is Pat Tarantino.
I'm Estelle, Flett.
And we're here to talk to you about a new initiative that we're bringing to Norton, which is Wreaths Across America. Now, this is a national program that happens all across the United States, and it has now recently gone international. And what we would like to do is we would like to bring it right here to Norton. So we're a committee that would like to talk to you a little bit about it, give you the history of Wreaths Across America, and then give you some specifics on what we're going to do right here in Norton. So tell me a little bit about the history of Wreaths Across America.
Try to keep it short. This is the 25th year that Wreaths Across America have been distributing wreaths and laying them on veterans' graves across the country, and now in Normandy, American Cemetery in Paris, in France, excuse me. It started with an overage of wreaths by a company in Maine, and they arranged with their senator to have them delivered to the Arlington National Cemetery. That has been going on since 1992. It is now a 501c, and Norton is officially one of the locations starting this year. And there are over 1,600 locations across the country. Our goal is to place a wreath on all of our veterans' graves in town.
We're looking forward to allowing our community as a whole to play a part in honoring and remembering all of our veterans who are buried here in Norton. Currently, our goal number is to place 600 wreaths amongst the cemeteries on Saturday, December 14th. We'll be having a ceremony at the Common Cemetery located next to St. Mary's at noontime, as will the same ceremony be happening throughout the country. At that point, we'll have 7 ceremonial wreaths acknowledging all the branches of service to include POW, MIA. After the short ceremony, we'll ask for volunteers to help us place the wreaths as we honor and remember each veteran in our cemeteries, not only at the Common Cemetery, but also at Center Cemetery and at Timothy Plain.
Now, Estelle, you just mentioned honor and remember. So there is a slogan that goes with Wreaths Across America, which is honor, remember, and teach. Can you share a little bit more about that with us?
The idea behind the honor, remember, and teach, it hits on 3 topics, and one is to never forget. And they feel as though as if you present a wreath at the grave of a veteran and speak their name, that they're never forgotten. The idea to teach is so that, not just one generation will carry this forward, but all generations. So our goal in Norton is to bring not only, parents and grandparents, but also school-age children, whether it's through our Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts who always support us in events, but just to bring attention to it and to have the wreaths placed at the Common Cemetery, to drive by and see that wreath sitting there, whether it's snow or just a cold day, but, just to bring attention to it, focus a little bit more on those who've served and that they may never be forgotten.
Now, Pat, this initiative is really starting with you, and you had a chance to go down to Bourne,
Yes.
and it was a very moving experience. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was amazing. There were 11,000 wreaths placed that day, and there are 77,000 veterans buried. That was as of December of last year. And they had Gold Star people speaking, they had representatives speaking. There was a motorcycle group there from all over Massachusetts, all veterans motorcycle groups. They presented the wreaths, and then they distributed the wreaths, and people just walked through the cemetery in designated areas and placed them on the graves. It was really very moving. It's a beautiful sight.
One of the things that got me involved in this is Pat's discussion of how impressive it was to have all those wreaths there on all the graves. But what was even more moving is the graves that did not have the wreaths on them. So that's one of the reasons we would like to bring it here to Norton. And we have a little over 600 veterans here that go all the way back, Civil War, Revolutionary War is my understanding. And the way the program works is for a donation of $15, that will purchase a wreath, and we will place it on a veteran's grave right here in Norton. Now, we do have a special deal that's come that for $30, we will be able to get not 2, but 3 wreaths. We'll get an actual free wreath out of that. Certainly, we're looking for donations for leadership gifts. We're looking for families or companies, businesses in town to help us raise some money to try and see if we can get a wreath on every single one of these graves right here in Norton. How are we doing on the project so far?
We are about 2/3 of the way there. So we have
Excellent.
about 400 wreaths paid for, and so we need 200 more. Which
And on the chance that we exceed our goal,
Yes.
which would be
awesome.
great, we will make sure there's no profit to be made. Every wreath will be laid on a veteran's grave, whether it's here or down at Bourne National Cemetery.
Right. Because after that ceremony, there's over 77,000 there now because every day their veterans are leaving us. So there's more. And my idea was that no veteran should go without a wreath. They should all have one.
So if we can help them to accomplish their goal, because that's quite a feat for 77,000 plus, as you said, that was last year's number.
Yep.
So I think it would be the right thing for any access to go from Norton to make a,
Absolutely. And all donations are going directly to wreaths, right? The expenses that we've done are not being taken out of. But if we did have donors that would like to try and help with some of those expenses, that would be wonderful. So we can use help with donations. We can use help with the actual attendance on December 14th.
Absolutely. We need that.
And participation, that we're looking for people to come and help actually place a wreath on a grave, as you
Yes.
said, to mention the person's name and to place a wreath there on their grave. And then eventually, sometime, we're going to need to pick these all up, so we'll
you
get
read
back
my
to
mind,
you.
you read my
Go
mind.
ahead.
If you cannot make the event on Saturday, December 14th, and it's at noon, please, on January 11th, we will be going to each of the cemeteries in town that wreaths have been placed at and collecting them. That is dictated as well by Wreaths Across America, the organization, so that they are not just scattered through cemeteries, but they're respectfully picked up and disposed of.
Now, we've got a number of organizations that are already helping out, the Knights of Columbus, St. Mary's. Tell me about some of the other organizations that are involved.
We have our local veterans organizations, the VFW, American Legion. American Legion has teamed up with our committee, and they did a craft and vendor fair back on October 5th with proceeds to help Wreaths Across America in Norton. They're also hosting a dinner on November 30th, a stuffed pork roast dinner with a live country band. Again, proceeds to help Wreaths Across America. So if you're looking for an evening out, that's certainly a great event to attend, and you'll be helping a great cause.
Right. And Home Plate also, next Tuesday, every Tuesday is a fundraiser night for them. This coming Tuesday, October 22nd, is Wreaths Across America fundraiser night with a coupon. You can get it on Facebook, we've placed it out there. You need to bring the coupon, but if you go to dinner, lunch, takeout, anything you purchase, food and beverage, they will give us 20% towards this, so.
Now, we got a parade coming up. We're going to be out.
Yes, Halloween, Veterans
Yes.
Day.
We will be in the Halloween parade this year, passing out some additional information, a coloring activity for kids with a few crayons, and we'll also include in that a donation or sponsor form. And yeah, so give us a wave while we're out there, and hopefully we'll be able to spread the word. And that's a big part of this project too. It's about spreading the word. Yes, it's the fundraising, but it's letting people know that we care about our veterans who have passed, and that we are choosing as a town, community, to not forget.
So if we have people in town that want to help, how can they get in touch with us? We're going to scroll this on your screen, I'm sure,
Right.
but why don't we just tell them the best way to get in touch with us?
So right now, you can contact the Veterans Office directly, or mail to the Veterans Office, which is located at Town Hall. Again, that information will be posted as well. And if, certainly any questions, not just donations, but any questions, and certainly if you're interested in volunteering, we'd love to hear from you ahead of time. There'll definitely be enough to do. If we cover the 3 cemeteries between placing the wreaths and, like we mentioned again, on January 11th, picking the wreaths up.
Anything else we got for our folks here at home?
I think
All
that's it.
right,
You
so if you
covered
can
it.
come out and help us, we'd love to hear from you, either with monetary donations, just spreading the word, or just coming and being present and just remembering and honoring and teaching about our veterans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.